Hey guys, this is Austin, and today I'm here with the top 5 best things about the brand new PlayStation 4. So Sony announced this last night, and while they didn't give us all the information like, a picture of the console, which I don't think would have been that hard, but beyond that they did show off some really cool things about it. So let's go over some of the best features of the PlayStation 4. Coming in at number 5 is that the PlayStation 4 will allow you to use used games on the console. Now, at first glance, this might seem like something really stupid to include. However, if the rumors are true, the next version of the Xbox Infinity, or whatever they decide to call it, will actually block used games. Now, while I'm not a huge fan of used games, typically it's not really worth saving like $5 on a brand new game for me. What is really annoying is the fact that, let's say I have an Xbox and I want to take a game over to my friend's house. Well, it wouldn't work on his Xbox, so just a lot of really stupid stuff. If you buy a game, I feel like you should totally be able to use it, sell it, do whatever you want with it. So the fact that the PlayStation 4 will allow you to do that is a big thumbs up in my book. At number 4, we have the brand new controller, the DualShock 4. Now this actually looks to be a major upgrade from previous versions, including the DualShock 3, and well, basically every other PlayStation controller ever. So for starters, it's a little bit bigger and a little bit more ergonomic looking, so it almost looks like they kind of took some creative inspiration from the Xbox 360 controller, which is all good by me, as that is, in my opinion, the best controller ever. There's also a touchpad built in, similar to what you'll find on the back of the PS Vita. Now while I don't think this is going to be a huge deal, it will be nice for some games like Little Big Planet, and on top of that there's also what's basically a PlayStation Move also built into the top. There's a little window on the top with different lights, which the cameras on the PlayStation 4 will be able to pick up, which I don't really think that I was ever a huge fan of the Move. However, since it is going to be built into the controller, you don't have to buy anything else or, deal with add-ons and all that kind of stuff, I do think it will be pretty nice to have for motion gaming on the PlayStation 4. Number 3 is that updating is way easier. So I'm sure if you guys have a PlayStation 3, you'll know that if you don't play it for a week or two, the second you turn it on, you want to play a game, it's got to go download a system update, a game's got to update, this, that, and it can take forever. However, with the PlayStation 4, it will be able to update pretty much entirely silently in the background, even when the console is off. On top of that, there are also a couple of other cool things. For example, when you turn the console off, it actually goes into what's basically sleep mode like on a PC. So if you want to jump back into the game, instead of having to wait for it to boot up and all that kind of stuff, it'll pretty much shoot you straight back into the game. Another cool behind the scenes feature on the PS4 is that it will allow you to actually play games as you download them. So normally if you want to play a game on the PlayStation Network, you buy it, you wait for it to download, you wait for it to install, and then you play it. However, with the PlayStation 4, as soon as you download a little bit of it, it will allow you to start the game. In the background, as you're playing, it will download the rest of the levels and everything else that you need. Coming in at number 2 is the fact that the PlayStation 4 can stream games straight from the console. So I'm sure most of you guys are probably watching or subscribed to somebody who does Let's Plays or walkthroughs or anything like that of a video game. And typically what you have to do is you have to buy like an HD PVR to download it, bring it over to the computer, edit it, all that kind of stuff. However, with the PlayStation 4, there's a chip built in that will allow you to automatically record gameplay. You can go ahead and put it up on Ustream and actually stream live. And you can also take clips and upload them to YouTube straight from your PlayStation 4, which is absolutely awesome. Lastly, at number 1, the PlayStation 4 is going to be one seriously powerful console. Now, of course, comparing it to the Xbox and the PS3 is kind of a little unfair, as both of those are 6, 7, 8 years old right now. However, the fact remains that the PlayStation 4 is going to be just about as powerful as a mid-range gaming PC. So as far as the specs go, it has an 8-core AMD CPU, which 8 cores, that's pretty impressive. And on top of that, it also has a pretty decent graphics card. So what you could expect if you guys are familiar with PCs is something like a Radeon 7850, 7870, something like that. On top of that, the entire thing will be fed by 8GB of GDDR5 memory, which is very fast, typically what you will find in high-end graphics cards, and the fact that that's going to be in your console should make it very fast. Anyway, I'm curious to know, what do you guys think about the PlayStation 4? Do you think it's good enough and you plan on upgrading from your Xbox or PlayStation? Or do you want to wait and see what Microsoft's got cooked up for the next Xbox? Definitely be sure to let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're interested in more, feel free to check out my last top 5 video, where we went over the worst phones of all time. If you enjoyed, definitely be sure to leave this video a thumbs up, and if you're interested in more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. Anyway guys, I will catch you next time.